What's going on, guys? The Arcade here, back in our Dragon Ball The Breakers Season 2 video. In today's video, we're going to be talking about more leaks. Yes, there's still leaks coming out for this game, believe it or not. Even though we still know who the last two transfers are for this game, we actually do have an update on leaks. So I'm going to go ahead and pull up some new gameplay of one of the new transfers that we're going to be getting to Dragon Ball The Breakers. So huge shout outs to Moko for leaking the last couple transfers that we're going to be getting for Season 2. And if you don't know already, the last two transfers we are getting are going to be Whis and Beerus. So we have a new discovery with Whis in particular in this video uploaded by the Will of D. So huge shout out to Will of D. I'll make sure to link Moko, Will of D in the description below. But we actually have some gameplay of Whis here. So I'm going to go ahead and mute the music so we don't go hear that during the viewing of this. So let's go ahead and watch this. So unfortunately, we don't get to see that much of Whis here, so don't hype yourself up too much. But it is cool seeing Whis in action. Fortunately, we don't get to see the super attack pop off. Actually, I just realized this is going to be the female version of Whis. Sadly, we don't get to see Whis from the front there. But what's this? This is why I'm making a video about this. I made a short showing this to you guys because this came to my attention. Apparently, this video was uploaded like a month ago or so. But somebody, this is on Xbox. I don't know what this is on. This might be on Steam. I have no idea what this is on. Somebody hacked, cheated, whatever, got early access to Whis. Because technically, all the transfers that come out for Season 2 are in the game's files. They just release as time goes on. So that's how we know what's coming most of the time in data mines. So Whis here, I believe they're going to use Prelude of Destruction, but they get interrupted. But what's really interesting is this burst of speed ability that the survivor is able to use. Unfortunately, it isn't enough. They still get caught. But the fact that they were able to dust the Raider without needing to use a transformation, without needing to use like barrier, bike, instant transmission, or like any of these crazy combos, is basically using, like just running basically. So what I'm really curious about, this looks like, if any of you guys play Dead by Daylight, there's like this sprint ability in Dead by Daylight that gives you a burst of speed and you get like worn out afterwards. That's what this seems like to me. And of course, we already have a base sprint ability in this game. So imagine that combined with this sprint burst. I mean, I'm not saying that's what this ability is called, sprint burst, but that's what it looks like. You're literally getting a burst of speed after you run. Doesn't seem like it lasts all that long. But I just feel like this ability could be really cracked because we have a lot of movement speed moves in this game. So I wanted to show you guys this. Let me know in the comments below what you guys think of this ability. If you think it's going to be meta, if you think it's going to have an impact on the meta at all. I feel like it could be. I mean, I still think, you know, barrier, bike, barrier, instant transmission is always going to be in play. But I think giving players another, you know, tool in their toolbox will always be good just for variety's sake. So we'll watch this one more time. But I think this is a really interesting ability here. Like, that's a huge burst of speed. Like, she legit lost Boo there. Especially on the second map that was released. I think playing around terrain... We'll watch it one more time, I lied. Just, like, playing around terrain and kind of just losing the Raider, like, just being out of their line of sight, I think is going to be really, really helpful here. But yeah, so let's go ahead and talk about why I think this is going to be so impactful, just because of the abilities that we currently have in game, right? So like I mentioned before, we already have a sprint ability in this game. This just increases your maximum movement speed, and you can move this up to about 20%. But we also have additional passive abilities that move your speed or increase your speed based on the terrain that you're walking on. So currently we have movement speed for dirt and asphalt, which is like solid ground or concrete. So these will increase your movement speed when you're walking on these different terrains, which will make you move that much faster when you have sprint. So imagine these three passive skills in, like, with that all added together with that new sprint burst ability. And keep in mind, actually, we have the passive abilities of Beerus and Whis leaked already. So this might be an active skill for Whis. I don't know if the active skills for the two characters have been leaked. It might just be the passive skills, but I'm gonna go ahead and leak that. I didn't do the leaking. I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys that as well. We'll be right back. So huge shout outs to Bardock Live. I'm gonna link him in the description below. I did a video with him a couple days ago. So if you don't know of him, very chill guy, very nice guy. Definitely cares about the breakers. He shared this with me. Apparently this was leaked since day 1 of Season 2. I found about it very recently. So these are the passive abilities for Whis and Beerus here. So for Beerus, we have Craving Earth's Delights. It's a passive skill, a 4-star ability. It's described as opening an item box or destroying a destructible object for a small chance of finding something tasty inside, which will fill your change power the more you find, to the greater effect. So my speculation with this ability is that as you destroy pots, random items, like maybe some sort of food item or maybe cubes will fall out. Basically, these will charge your evolution gauge, which will increase, your dragon change, whether you're 1, 2, or 3, well, not 3, because you can go up from 3 unless you summon Shenron. But yeah, I think these will just be additional items that you can find other than cubes, or these might just be more cubes that you can collect, right? So we'll have to see how good this is in practice. And then for Whis, we have a passive skill here that increases your dodging. So dodging is really, really important in this game. Of course, you use it to dodge Ki Blasts, you use it to dodge super attacks, most importantly, super attacks. Typically with Ki Blasts, you can kind of just fly away, and that's good enough. But dodging is very good when dodging super attacks, of course. So increasing the range of your dodge during your dragon change is going to be very helpful. And we have another movement speed boost. So like I said, we already have 2 movement speed buffs in the game. We have every terrain in the game besides snow. So we have asphalt and we have dirt. So I don't think we have too many snow areas in the game right now. I'm gonna go check this because I just want to make sure I'm not giving you guys wrong information. All right, so I did forget that Green Coast does have snow, but not a lot of it. It's really only certain parts of D that has snow. So this might be a red herring that the new map might have more snow, because why would you equip a passive just to move faster in D and like parts of E on Green Coast? So that new passive ability kind of might be revealing the fact that the new map might have more snowy areas. So I'm not saying that 100%, but it just makes sense to me because I'm pretty sure Green Coast is the only map in the game with snow. You guys can let me know in the comments below if I'm wrong on that, but I'm fairly certain that this is the case. We're going to go back to the leaks and we'll be discussing that a little more. Yeah, I'm just doing a little more digging. I know for a fact Highland River does not have any snow. I know for a fact Waterfront Warzone does not have any snow. And I know for a fact Rocky Field doesn't, so they call it Rocky Field. So with Green Coast being the only map that has snow, it makes sense to me that the new map has to include some sort of snowy area to make this pass ability that Whis is getting worth it. So again, oh, this isn't character specific actually, I apologize. According to this leak here, this isn't character specific. Movement speed boosts snow. It's a 3-star passive, increases your movement speed on snow, cannot be used during dragon change, and it increases your mobility up to 25%, which isn't that bad. And then following year, we have another passive skill, Destructive Impulse, which is apparently not character specific. Restores limit gauge whenever you destroy buildings, crates, or destructible objects when using your dragon change. So say if you're in your dragon change, you're destroying a building, a crate, a box, a pot, a pan, whatever you can find that's destructible in the game, this will refill your dragon change. I think this is pretty interesting. I don't know how efficient this is going to be at filling your change. You can increase this to about 20% as we can see here, but I don't know how good this is going to be in practice. It seems like a neat ability, but I feel like if you're fighting the Raider, you're not really going to be destroying other options because the lock-in is going to be forcing you to target the Raider anyway. So I feel like this is a thing, if you destroy or escape the Raider and someone else is distracting them, you can kind of like refill your change up a little bit by destroying random stuff and get back into the fight. But yeah, these are the leaked passives for the characters, and we actually have the super attacks leaked as well. I talked about this a couple times, but just kind of to reiterate things here in case you guys haven't seen. This is going to be Beerus' super attack, which is the movie used on Goku. Very cool. Kind of reminds me of Frieza's Death Ball. The startup seems a little bit faster. What's really going to be interesting is how much damage it deals, because obviously Beerus is one of the strongest characters in all of Dragon Ball, if not like in the conversation of like top 5, top 3, something like that, right? He is the god of destruction, so it's going to be interesting to see how much this ability costs and how much damage it's going to deal. So this is Beerus' Spear of Destruction, and then we already know about Bardock's. So just kind of like to reinforce that these are like true leaks is the fact that Moko leaked the fact that we were getting, let me see here, leaked the fact that we were getting Bardock, leaked the fact that we were getting Super Saiyan 2 Goku, leaked the fact that we're getting Vegeta, Super Saiyan Gohan, and Super Saiyan Trunks. So it kind of just proves the fact that these aren't just bogus leaks here. So looking at Whis, I think this was the super attack that our player was trying to use in the match with Boo. Fortunately, they did not get it off. I think this is the ability in Xenoverse that like reduces all your stamina or something like that. It's like really cracked in Xenoverse. I think it's a little difficult to land, but I'm curious if this is... It kind of looks like an ability that would cost around 80, like a Masenko. I'm curious how much it's going to cost, if it deals that much damage, or it's going to be one of the weaker attacks that come out faster. But we'll have to see when it releases. And this is the ability from Whis that I think is going to be really, really interesting. I don't know if it's that great in Xenoverse, but it looks like it'll be really cracked here. Like, imagine, dude, imagine getting a Raider in a cave and just swiping him with, like, little wind turbines that come out of your freaking finger, dude. Like, I think this ability is going to be insane. Absolutely insane in combination with, like, Blast Volley and other abilities, like, in a small space, like a cave. So, just watching the clip that was leaked one more time, I think this Sprint Burst ability, yeah, this definitely is Prelude to Destruction here. Unfortunately, I didn't get to pop it off, but I don't know, man. I think this Sprint Burst could be really, really cool in combination with Sprint, of course, just base Sprint. And actually, does this person have Sprint on? Let's see, because I want to see if they just, like... Seems like they land and it activates automatically. They might just have... Okay, it looks like they might just have... Well, they're also in the panic running state, so it's hard to determine if they have Sprint on or not. You guys can let me know in the console of what you think. I'm not entirely sure myself. I wonder if this is an ability that activates when you specifically land, because then you can see sparkles kind of come up when the survivor lands, or if it's just an ability that they activate as soon as they landed, right? I don't know if it's one of those abilities that when you land, you burst, or if they just activated it and wanted to use it to escape. But anyways, guys, this is just a new development in terms of what's to come in Dragon Ball: The Breakers. I think Beerus and Whis are looking to be very strong characters coming to the game. Their super attacks look very good. I imagine this isn't the only super attack we're getting for Beerus. I hope not. Just because he has like that God of Destruction Rage, where he has like all the blasts like kind of go around him. And the passive abilities seem really interesting. I like Craving Earth's Delights seems really interesting. And this one, the Destructive Impulse, seems really cool as well. The Dodge one, I feel like, is a good passive, but I don't know if it's going to be one that's worth equipping. Of course, I'll find itself when I showcase it. But as you notice here, there's no active skills. No active skills to be mentioned. These are purely passive skills. And most new characters that come to the game come with active skills. So hopefully they do come with active skills, considering the fact that they are the last Transpheres of the season, unless they drop some surprise units for us. So it's possible. It's possible that they don't have active skills, but I'm really hoping that they do. Yeah, guys, in the comments below, let me know what you think of Beerus and Whis, if you think they're going to be really strong, what you think of that Sprint Burst ability, and if you think you'll use it if you do pull it. But yeah, guys, if you liked the video, make sure to leave it a like and subscribe for more Dragon Ball: The Breakers updates, showcases, funny moments, leaks. I got you covered, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out, boys.